Hello and welcome to today's video. If you are new here, please subscribe if you enjoy this video. Our videos are not a diagnosis. We are simply speaking our opinions, not facts.
Situation type deal.
Today we are diving back into the Amberverse. Because Amber abuses the copyright system, some clips will be heavily edited. Let's see what our self-proclaimed keto queen is up to today.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog.
Nice to see that Amber is still being consistent and showing off her teenage hickeys. Another obvious t-shirt choice, in order to show off the hickeys. Mature Lynn.
Speaking of Christmas, there is a YouTuber that I'm actually collabing with this Vlogmas.
Hopefully this is an in-person collab and it actually happens. It would be more entertaining to finally have some cast members on the show. The slow drag since Becky left has been making her videos all the more boring. So it would be great to actually have a guest star for once. Hopefully it actually happens. Any bets on who it might be?
Hold on. Hello?
Hi, so they don't have the texture you're looking for.
What you mean?
Maid Jade coming in clutch.
It's some glossy paper.
Oh, no, I don't want glossy. All right, I love you.
Love it.
Celine went to go pick up her medicine at Walmart, and I really wanted one of the... Oh! Ooh! Yeah, those are good. Okay. Thank you, babe.
All right, mommy.
Oh! Ew! Dude!
I love you.
I love you.
Bye, Zer.
Bye, Zara.
She went to go pick up her medicine, and I was actually in the shower, so I didn't go with her, but...
Sure, Jan.
Last call, I promise.
Okay, no, you're good.
Okay, do we like?
We do like.
We like the green?
Yeah, I do. Are you gonna get
Do we
it?
like the red flannel more?
That feels very, like, lumberjack.
Lumberjack. Okay, my other option.
I like it. What do you
Which
prefer?
one do you like more, though?
I'm currently vlogging, by the way.
Oh, shit, my bad.
No, you're good. I'm showing them because you can't see you, so I'm showing them, like, what you're showing me.
Oh.
This is such a strange dynamic to me. Wifey has stated that she doesn't want to be on Amber's channel. Considering Wifey slid into Amber's DMs and claimed her faster than Becky could blink, while knowing that Amber was a YouTuber was such an interesting choice. I would imagine if you don't want to be featured on a YouTube channel that only films their day-to-day life, you wouldn't intentionally hunt out that exact relationship. But that's what happened, so Amber owes it to Wifey to respect her choice to not be featured on the channel. But Wifey is featured in some strange way in nearly every video. It may be her voice, her hand, or her torso. Pick a side. Do you want to be on the channel or not? Take Amber's recent live stream for example. Wifey sat at the side of Amber for nearly the entire stream, for hours. That in itself isn't overly strange, but it is a common occurrence. The only time Wifey doesn't linger in Amber's videos is when she seems to be sleeping, or in some of Amber's sit-down videos. For someone not wanting to be online, Amber sure forces her channel onto Wifey a whole lot, and Wifey seems to encourage it by always hovering. It's a strange situation. It reminds me a little of the Crystal era. Crystal didn't want to appear on the channel, and was uncomfortable about the whole thing. She would avoid the camera and appear awkward when it was shoved in her face. Wifey seems to have conflicting opinions. One minute she lingers by the camera for hours on end, watching Amber's every move, and then the next she appears awkward when Amber says she is filming. Wifey sounded to me like she didn't appear comfortable that her call was being recorded.
Can't see you, so I'm showing them like what you're showing me.
Oh.
Perhaps Wifey wants her presence to be known, without being seen. Or perhaps Amber leaves Wifey with no choice, but to be featured in some strange ways. Either way, the situation type deal is super bizarre to me.
You guys, I did the first exercise, and I cried. I freaking cried. Oh my god, it was so powerful, and it was so good. The basis for the first exercise is trauma. And maybe I could share with you guys one of these days what I wrote. I want people to relate a little bit to who I am as a person. I feel like relating is builds connections between people, so I really want that connection between all of us.
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
You want to form a strong connection and understanding with your viewers, or do you want to gaslight, troll, threaten, mock, belittle, and lecture them? Which is it? Because you can't have both. And as a side note, the viewers have a stronger understanding on you as a person than you seem to. So that goal is already achieved.
Who am I? I don't know. I literally do things that little children do. Why do I have to justify myself? I always feel like I have to justify myself. Like, this is why I like to do Legos. This is why I like to doodle. This is why, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't. But I always feel like I have to justify myself to people. I don't know. Justification, Lynn. Justification.
It's my belief that people pick at the childish activities that Amber enjoys is because she has no equal balance of adult behavior. I personally see no harm in Legos. Sorry, I mean Legos. Or doodling, little toys, or whatever else Amber enjoys in those moments. There is only recommended age guidelines, not a strict rule of who can and cannot enjoy those activities. People who suffered trauma in their childhood are often known to enjoy some childlike items and events because they are trying to replace what was lost to them in their earlier years. Considering Amber had a difficult childhood, it makes sense that she enjoys childlike activities. But the reason it may seem that the viewers pick at her for that is because she has little to no adult-like behavior. She is very much mentally stuck in a teenage-like mindset, which again is a common occurrence when someone has disorders that stem from childhood trauma.
I am on the weirdest sleeping schedule right now. I'm like massively tired right now, but I need to stay awake. I need to fix this freaking sleeping schedule. You know, it's not that it like matters per se, because it's like I get about 6 to 8 hours of sleep, depending. So it's like, who cares when I do those 6 to 8 hours of sleep? Who cares if it's 1 p.m. to 9 p.m.? Who cares if it's 8 p.m. to 4 a.m.? Like,
You should care, Amber, not us, only you. You claim to struggle with depression and anxiety. One thing that can help with that, especially in the fall and winter, is getting sunlight. Getting some sun increases your serotonin and helps you stave off seasonal affective disorder. Sun exposure can also help people with anxiety and depression. It is by no means the cure, but it helps. Amber rarely leaves her apartment, so the natural light she would get through the window would help even just a little. Another note, sunshine helps regulate hormones and sleep patterns by affecting the melatonin circadian rhythm. Melatonin is a hormone produced in the pineal gland from the chemical melanin. Melanin is produced in the skin through sun exposure. Melatonin helps with inducing sleep. So in order to help induce sleep, you need the required amount of natural light and outside sunshine to help nurture a natural and healthy sleeping pattern. When Amber sleeps all day and is awake all night, she avoids natural light, especially in the darker seasons, when she wakes up after the sun has already set, making it hard for her natural body clock to know when and where it is, which in turn makes sleep at the correct time harder to control. The only people I know that sleep all day are night shift workers, some teenagers at the weekend, and the jobless. Although Amber isn't jobless, she lacks that sleeping structure that encourages a good sleeping pattern for those that work during the day.
who cares when I do it as long as I do it? I don't know why y'all would care, because I know a lot of people are like, what is your sleeping schedule like? Like, what do you, like, you're so lazy. Ma'am, what? It doesn't matter when I get 6 hours of sleep, as long as I get them, right? No, I mainly, the reason why my goal is to freaking fix my sleeping schedule is because freaking Feline, she has like a decent sleeping schedule. She wakes up in the morning, she does her work, you know, she goes to sleep at a decent time, and, you know, she wants me to copy that energy so we can spend more time together, and
I spoke about this only a few videos ago. Amber never learns, nothing ever changes, and all of her relationships are just a copy and paste of the last one. In order to be in a healthy, equal, and considerate relationship, you need to do your fair share of keeping a healthy balance. Relationships when someone works days and the other works nights are usually because they have to, because they are bound by the work schedule. But that is not the case for Wifey and Amber, which may lead to Wifey feeling underappreciated, as Amber chooses to keep her sleeping pattern in a schedule that leads to intentionally robbing them of time together. Imagine for me that you are Wifey. You get up early in the morning, as Amber is about to go to bed, or has just arrived in bed. You wash up, perhaps eat breakfast, and start your workday. Wifey works from home, so there is no social interaction, and because Amber will be sleeping for the next 6 to 8 hours, you will be alone the whole time. For some people, that may sound really great, but Amber says Wifey wants Amber to match her sleeping pattern, so that says to me that she doesn't enjoy being up all day while her partner is asleep. Wifey finishes her workday, perhaps at the average time of 5 p.m., and then begins to think of dinner, and then Amber suddenly surfaces. Wifey had completed her full workday, while Amber will whip out a camera for 15 minutes every other day, and will perhaps earn more than Wifey for barely any work. The evening has arrived, and Wifey is making her dinner, while Amber is sniffing out some breakfast. They have their two opposite meals and the evening begins to unwind, and the thoughts turn to a movie and relaxing on the couch. But Amber is just awake, she has that start of the day energy, so she probably won't want to watch a movie at that time with her partner. The evening goes on for a few hours, and Wifey begins to feel sleepy when night falls. She tells Amber she is going to bed, gives her a kiss and departs for the bedroom, utterly alone, while Amber is only entering her afternoon period. Some people prefer to sleep alone, some couples have to, due to snoring and other similar things. But again, Wifey has requested Amber join her sleeping schedule, so that implies she doesn't want to sleep alone. Wifey is in a new and fresh relationship. They have only been together a year. During such times most relationships are in a good working function, as you are both still trying to woo one another, and the little things aren't taken for granted just yet. But, after only a year, most of that time has been spent not even getting to sleep together at night, Wifey goes to bed alone, while Amber is thinking about lunch. Amber will be wandering around the apartment, cooking, doing laundry, and cackle laughing at Twinkie, all while Wifey is trying to sleep, possibly awakened every hour by the nighttime lurker. The bonding time is cut short. Wifey has time to sit on her own and feel lonely. They never share that special moment at the end of the day when you cuddle up with your partner and feel safe while you listen to them breathe. Wifey and Amber are merely passing ships. Wifey has been expected to just accept Amber's upside-down sleeping pattern and slide right into how Becky lived. But considering Wifey isn't in a position where she can change her sleeping pattern to match Amber's, as she has a job, then she has to just accept this is the way it is. Amber may better her sleeping pattern for a while, but the old behavior will soon return, and Wifey will again feel lonely and underappreciated. And we all know how relationships like that end.
I've always had problems with sleeping. I've had insomnia since I was a child. I get about 6 to 8 hours of sleep.
I've had insomnia since I was a child. I get about 6 to 8 hours of sleep.
Histrionic personality disorder is here to enlighten us that 6 to 8 hours of sleep every day equals insomnia. Ma'am, that is not insomnia, that is a poor sleeping schedule. I recently spoke about Amber's claim to having insomnia recently, and then just by magic, she proves my point yet again. Those with insomnia may be able to rest their head for an hour or two, but never fully drift off. They can go days without any sleep at all. The cycle repeats, the years pass. Many get to the point that they hallucinate, deeply struggle with depression and anxiety, suffer mood swings, feel overly emotional. They can have poor ability to understanding simple tasks, they feel deep confusion, they have a lack of appetite and struggle from bowel issues, with many other side effects. To put it mildly, most that have insomnia get to the point when they are utterly losing their minds. Most people with insomnia would commit crime just to have the ability to sleep for a full solid 6 hours a year. Staying up all night and sleeping all day is not insomnia. That is just a lack of discipline. When someone claims to have insomnia, while in the same breath state that they get the full quota of sleep every day, is just infuriating to hear. Those with histrionic personality disorder are known to claim other people's struggles as their own, in order to gain attention and sympathy. You may say that you suffer from migraines, and then they in turn say that they do too. A day passes and they say they have a migraine, but they are standing upright, speaking, while sorting out the dishes, and smiling. Meaning that you know they are lying, may have a headache at most, and are claiming the worst is happening, in order to garner your sympathy. Most people have had the misfortune of meeting people that do such things. But most people don't do it on camera, to live on forever, for everyone to judge. Amber, you do not have insomnia. You are merely a night owl, with poor self-control, and no ability to regulate your sleeping schedule. Amber claims to have insomnia since she was a child, yet has done nothing about it. If she was to talk to a specialist, and then state that she gets 8 hours of sleep every single day, then they would redirect her to a correcting your sleep schedule tip book, and shut the door behind her. A lot of people may not have insomnia for their whole life. Some people go through bouts, or even a few years with insomnia. Bouts are usually triggered by a bad event in their life, and can take a long time to correct. It honestly blows my mind when I hear some of the things that Amber comes off with. But saying 8 hours of sleep equals having insomnia is my new favorite. After that topic, I'll have to bail out of this situation type deal before I lose my sanity. Let's take a look at some of the comments on Amber's latest video before we wrap up. Arts and crafts, watching movies, while eating from TV trays, odd sleep schedules, and a full-time caretaker, and she never leaves her home. I swear, ALR lives the same lifestyle as my 97-year-old grandmother. So sad. It actually does matter when, and if you consistently sleep at the same time. You're not tired because you don't do anything. Getting enough sleep allows your brain to heal trauma. True story. ALR, I get 6 to 8 hours of sleep a night. The next sentence. ALR, I have insomnia. If Faline doesn't want to appear on your videos, why include her in them? A hand, a voice, hickeys, what she got at the store. We don't know her. So who cares? I cackled when she talked about how she spends her downtime. Girl, every moment of every day for you is downtime. The live-in nurse is settling into her Baxter role nicely. Everyone who dates Amber is literally just her own personal butler because she's so lazy and capable of doing anything for herself. In all honesty, it's not hard to understand why you're so unhappy all the time. A life lived entirely to indulge your own whims, not responsible to or for anyone or anything. How purposeless and empty that must feel. Faline calling Amber mommy is going to give me nightmares for the rest of my life. Faline is seriously over it already. She puts up with Amber because it's probably better compared to wherever she came from. But imagine being with someone that does nothing every day and has no interests outside the home. It's another caretaker situation. Coming from someone who used to work overnight shifts. It absolutely does matter when you sleep. Even though I was sleeping 8 hours during the day, my mental health was complete sh1t. Human beings are just not meant to operate like that. We have circadian rhythm for a reason. Go figure. If you have a narcissist in your life, then please do all that you can to protect your health and safety. Know that you are not alone. Speak with the safe and trusted people in your life, and seek to gain a better existence when the time is right and safe to do so. Thanks for watching our channel. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see more. Until next time, stay safe.